All right, so I want to update my grandma who passed in 2022 on some things that have happened in the last, 3 years. So, grandma, number one. So I've been watching The Bold and the Beautiful since you've been gone, but I had to stop as of late because the last storyline, they've got Brooke and Taylor still fighting over Ridge. They did have Brooke give Taylor a little shoulder bump, but they still fighting over him, and it's just tired, and I'm over it. I misspoke. It wasn't Taylor and Brooke that gave each other the shoulder bump. It was the daughters, Steffi and whatever the other daughter's name was. Also, Ridge called Brooke's daughter a bitch. Right. Or, if not a bitch, a slut. Something like that. He called her out her name, and that still wasn't in Heartland. They still fighting over this man. It's a mess. The daughters are still fighting, and that's why one of the daughters shoulder checked the other daughter, and that still wasn't enough. They also have these new characters in this new contrived storyline. Bill came back, and I think they also brought his Ridge's half brother back. They brought him back for Brooke. But like I said, I stopped watching the show. Like I'm done for real this time. There is a new story that comes on. I think it comes on right after Golden Beautiful. I haven't started it yet, but it's called Beyond the Gates, and it's with all black folks. I think you would like it because Detective Warner from SVU, she's on it. So I've heard it's really good. I'm going to give it a watch at some point. Number 3, there is a new version of Matlock with Kathy Bates. You would love it. It's on season 2. It's on CBS also, but Grandma, we'll be watching that together. Number 4, Judge Judy. So her last show went off, but she has a new show on the streaming service. And I know you didn't know much about those streaming services when you were here, but there's no. Anyway, it's called Judy Justice or Justice Judy, whatever. I don't watch it, and I haven't watched it because of how she did Bird. She didn't bring Bird with her to the new show, so I can't get with that. She did Bird real wrong. I think we probably did. No, I don't think we talked about this, but Bird's wife had cancer, and Bird had been with her for a minute. We love Bird, and she didn't bring Bird with her, so I can't do Judy. So sometimes I do still watch some of the reruns, not the ones when she got the ponytail when her hair was still regular. Number 5. I think you might know this one because you might have met him up there. But Dolly Parton's husband died. Girl, he passed. So now to stuff like about me and the family. So yeah, I'm still in school, working on my PhD. I'm on my 4th year now. But right now I'm on medical leave. We'll get to why that is a little bit later. I don't know what number I'm on, but next. So Charles and I, we're married now. We got engaged on New Year's Eve in 2024, and we got married on Mom's birthday in 2025. We were supposed to have a big wedding with all the family in 2026, but that didn't happen because I got sick. So the whole thing about why I got sick and all that. So after we got married, I was diagnosed with this thing called idiopathic intracranial hypertension. The other name for it is pseudotumor cerebri. It's where I have too much spinal fluid in my brain. So remember when I was little and I was having all those headaches and everything, and you were always picking me up from school. You were Mrs. Warren, and somebody was always making sure that I was getting home from school if Mom couldn't. I think like those were migraines, but then when I got older and I started being sick from work and everything, when I was teaching and having all those tests, I think this might have been that. I think you were kind of on to something about needing to go to the doctor and getting all that checked out. Yeah. So I have this thing called IIH, and this last year has been a lot, trying to get all of this figured out and figuring out what exactly is wrong. So they said I was at risk for going blind. Yeah, that was scary. But it's fine. I'm on meds, trying to get the right meds because the ones that I'm on were not pleasant. So just trying to get the right meds. There might be a surgical intervention But I feel like you've been up there making sure that I got the right doctors in hand, because it was rough at first getting to the right doctors, but I am finally getting the right team that like actually listens to me. So I think you've been pulling some strings up there. So I want to say thank you, because I've been asking you for help, but yeah, thank you for the work that you have been doing up there. Also, you know how you used to always talk about you being at the eye doctor all the time? No, I'm at the eye doctor all the time. And those appointments, now I see why you were there all day, every day. Like, those appointments take forever. And then, like, all of the pictures that they're taking, and then they dilate my eyes. So, I just say all that to say, I finally understand it, Grandma. I finally get why you and Deidre would be gone, like, all day, morning to afternoon, because these appointments take forever. But yeah, so I now see a neuro-ophthalmologist too. But I don't have glaucoma. So praise God for that. So that is why I'm on medical leave. But, I'm going to go back and finish, because I just have to do my qualifying exam. So the qualifying exam, right now I'm a doctoral student, but the qualifying exam is going to get me from being a doctoral student to a doctoral candidate. So then I just have to write my dissertation, do all the things in between, write my dissertation, and then graduate. And then I will graduate from the school that you told me that I was going to go to when I was, 17 years old? That's crazy. You said Marlena should go here, and I did. And not for undergrad, for a PhD. And here we are. So next, I think this is number 8, 9, whatever. So after you died, I was super nervous about like the family falling apart, and especially because you were the matriarch, right? So I was really nervous about people not coming together, doing family reunions and everything, because people talk about that happening, and that's not what happened. But by the way, Forrest got married. His wife was really nice, but at that wedding, everyone was talking about how we need to make sure that the family stays together. And so there was a conversation about who's going to help Steve plan the family reunion. Me, Alyssa, and Chelsea were voluntold to do that. So we did. So we planned the family reunion in 23. It was really good. It was actually really good. I mean, you know how your family is. So it was a little bit chaotic at times, but it was really good. So we're doing it again for 26. And of course we're doing it in Cape, and we want to make sure that we keep like the family history, and we keep the legacy, and that the younger generations know about where our family's from. So I think you would be really proud about all of that. Your great-grands, they're getting really big. So I know when you died, they were still toddlers, I think. And I don't think Veronica had the baby yet. No, I don't think so. So yeah, Veronica's got a toddler now. And the other ones, they're school-aged, like in the grades now. They can read. They're in school for real now. They're so big. Next, I cut my locks off. I know that you would like that because you hated those locks, but you would hate my haircut. The reason I have a hat on is because I do need a haircut and my head's looking raggedy, but you would hate my haircut because you hated my haircut when it was short. I did have a relaxer, and this is not, y'all not about to slander my grandma about the whole relaxer thing, but I do go back and forth between cutting it all the way low and keeping a fade. But I do get the cute designs that you did like periodically. And last but not least, I finally got that breast reduction that we had been talking about since high school. And, Grandma, you were right. You were so right. It was the best decision I have ever made. My back feels so good. My posture has improved. I can finally, run. Well, I don't know how much activity I can do because the IIH and everything has made all of that not really happen. But I feel so much better. I healed really fast. They look really good. Just saying. Grams, I miss you so much. These are all the updates. I'm not going to give you any updates on my brother or anything that he got going on because he would be mad if I was selling his business. So I'm not going to give you any updates on anyone else in the family either because that's their business.